can't speak today. That's okay. I'll survive. Alright, so we just finished playing Secret Orders and are moving on now to Task Force Hippocrates. And as you can see, I have my inventory open. We will be checking. First, we're claiming our temporal probe from Secret Orders. And there we go. And claim. And again, we're going to be claiming, Romulan marks. Now that puts us at 175 Romulan marks. And now we'll be checking again if there is. So we don't have to worry about another temporal probe until we get to the episode Skirmish. That's actually, double check, that should be quite a few episodes away. Okay, hide and seek, stop the signal. Kovog Mock, treasure training, secret orders. Okay, so that's actually one episode away. So right after Task Force Hippocrates, we'll then be playing Skirmish, and that will get us up to level 20, as well as give us our next temporal probe. Alright, so close that. Refine the dilithium that we collected. Okay, so that leaves us, there we go, with our skill points. We do have one space skill point to spend. Alright, since I'm not going to be putting any active drain on this boat, I'm not going to take the drain infection. Plasmonic leech does not trigger drain infection, and so it is pointless to put it on a boat that will only have plasmonic leech as its drain. So I'm actually going to go ahead and go to control expertise. This will give me a little bit of flexibility. This means as long as I spec into a couple points into control expertise, this means that I can have a gravity well, or use tractor beams, for example, or tractor beam repulsors, and get semi-decent results, at least as long as I have a couple points in control expertise. So I'm going to actually fill those two out, and then we will move on. So moving right along, and double checking, our next trait unlocks at level 20, so we don't have anything to add there. Alright, so moving on to our next mission, Task Force Hippocrates.
There are more reports than usual about Klingon and Gorn attacks along the border of Federation space. Starfleet has created a task force to patrol the area. Proceed to your assigned coordinates in the Zarantine system and begin patrolling. If you receive any distress signals, you are authorized to do whatever is required to assist.
Alright, and again we receive experience points, some expertise, and we do receive a career-specific Mark IV kit reward. This is good because, as you can see, our kit is still, while we do have a decent kit, it is getting a little shabby. Alright, so we get a Mark IV career-specific kit reward. We get some energy dampening armor, and we get dilithium ore. This may be a kit frame, this may be a kit module. It may be a kit frame with a kit module, so we'll have to see. But it is character bind on pickup, so we won't be able to sell any of it. Okay. And we're going to accept. Task Force Hippocrates. And as usual, looking in our things, we do have some new duty officers. We can hail that from here. This is always a good thing. So we're going to pick that up. And we have a lieutenant commander level duty officer pack. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. And we received 3 new duty officers, 2 white, 1 green. And there we go. Alrighty. Okay. Moving right along now that we've closed our inventory and taken care of that. Task Force Hippocrates. And of course I'm going to transwarp to the star.
The Klingons are willing to use any weapon available to destroy the Federation, even time itself. It falls to a small group of brave Starfleet officers to restore the timeline and rescue one of their own. Who controls this sector may determine who controls the war.
Alright. So, as Fox said, who controls the sector may control the war. Ominous. Begin Task Force Hippocrates. To all Federation ships in range, this is the USS Boyce. We are taking fire from Gorn fighters and need aid from any ships in range. Repeat, we are being attacked by Gorn and need help. So, USS Teacher's Corner, to the rescue. Throw out our temporal destabilization. Fire at will. Alright. Beam overloads, I love seeing those. Now remember, those overloads come from the overproc that is on the weapon. And there we go, there's our hail. Thanks for the assistance. We diverted from our deliveries to deploy these emergency solar collectors, but now we need your help to activate. Alright, so we have to activate these solar collectors. Our starboard power coupling is blown, and we're reading damage to our navigation systems and warp core. If you can reroute the collector's energy output to us, we can use them to keep our shields up while we make repairs. So we activate the solar collectors. We should have no trouble getting close enough to switch the collectors to transmit mode. Alright, and here we go. Let's go over here because there's a ship to attack. Try and get all our beams activating. There we go. Broadsiding is helpful. There, as you can see, it takes down our enemies that much faster. And now we want to activate our collector. There's one, and let's go to the other one. And remember, we do not have to worry about a temporal probe in this mission. So we're just going to do the mission quickly.
Ship is under attack.
And let's broadside the pants off this. Use everything at our disposal. That went off a little late. That's okay. Alright. And activate collector. The Boyce is hailing us, Captain. Power levels are holding steady, Lieutenant Commander. We can handle it from here. Thanks for the helping hand. Hopefully we'll be able to finish our medical deliveries without too much of a delay. Good luck, Boyce. Teacher Kirby. Teacher's Corner out. My goodness. It'd help if I could read things correctly today. Incoming message from Starfleet, sir. A Vulcan medical vessel, the T'Pau, is requesting assistance. We are the closest ship. I've laid in a course to the T'Pau's coordinates. We can leave on your command. Warp to the T'Pau. Alrighty, and here we go, warp. The Zarantine system. Hailing the T'Pau, sir. Channel open. I am Solar, captain of the Vulcan medical ship T'Pau. There's an outbreak of Tacanian syndrome on the planet's surface. It is of utmost importance that the medical supplies we carry be delivered immediately. Please accompany us to the planet and defend us from enemy ships. Escort the T'Pau to Zarantine. Alright, there's T'Pau. Let's escort. We need to go a little faster if we're going to keep up. They're close. Let's do this. There we go. Haha. Ooh, I destroyed 20 Gorn ships. Accolade. Alright, there we go. Let's keep following the T'Pau. Let's see, there we go. Oh yay, overload, overload. I love seeing those overloads. Alright. Of course, could the T'Pau take a more logical route, like a straight line? No. Okay, there we go. Captain, the T'Pau is hailing us. Lieutenant Commander, we are detecting weapons fire on the planet's surface. My ship is on a mission of peace. We are unequipped to deal with armed resistance. Will you secure the area so our healers can transport to the planet's surface safely? So in other words, we can't fight anything. Save us! Alright, so we shall go down with our crew and clear the area for the Vulcan. I'm reading multiple Gorn and Klingon life signs between here and the medical facility. We'll need to defeat them before the Vulcan medical team can transport. The local security personnel are unequipped to deal with them. I'm also reading various life signs about the complex. It looks like some of the patients were caught in the crossfire. Defeat the enemies that have taken over the medical facility. Check fire. We don't want to risk any of the patients. Okay, here we go. Remember, we don't have to worry about a temporal probe, so we'll just move. Starfleet, thank goodness you've arrived. We've been overwhelmed. Klingons and Gorn ransacking the whole place. Alright. There we go. There's a console, so let's... This research hospital serves all the major medical needs of the Zarantine colony. Emergency service, regular patient services, and extended medical care are all available. Okay, let's see. This hospital includes developments from Federation medical research, as well as incorporating proprietary therapy, local therapy tracks. Our medical teams have new treatment methods involving gene resequencing, viral therapy, and xenotransplantation to cure problems caused by radiation poisoning, genetic defects, and unsanctioned Tucker contacts. Tucker contacts? Interesting. Genetic resequencing research, but that's illegal in the Federation. Zarantine isn't a Federation colony world. This could be what the Klingons and Gorn are looking for. Alright. Let's take our items. And... okay. Defeat invading Klingons and Gorn. Search the hospital for... okay. And since there are... oops. Okay. Nothing through this door. So let's go this way. There we go. Oh no, that Gorn looks like he's not too happy. We're early, they're expecting us? A Taxor. Die! Please, you have to help us. I've been treated for Tacanian syndrome. There's been some kind of outbreak lately. I don't know much about it other than that the doctors say I need a transplant of my own bone marrow, resequenced and cloned. No, the Gorn and Klingons put those force fields up when they arrived. They didn't want any of us to escape. Most of the patients here can barely stand. We're not going anywhere. He was asking about all the medical supplies and tests, the resequencing virus, the cell growth chambers, everything. I don't know about these things. I'm just a patient here. Resequencing and cloning? It's like they're stealing materials used for genetic augmentation. The Klingons never had any luck with augmentation. Their attempts to use the augmentation virus in the 22nd and 23rd centuries were disasters. Why would they be bothering again? The Klingons have never been ones to reopen an unsuccessful line of inquiry. Because it's not for the Klingons, it's for the Gorn. Ruh-roh. Alright, let's see. Need to get that away. How do we get that away? Here we go. There's stuff in the way. No, there's not. Gorn! been hit by rubble. Yeah, stay in those reticles, Gorn. Alright, the Vulcan captain. It is safe to beam down. Peace and long life to you, Lieutenant Commander. A rare virus that attacks the blood cells of some humanoids. Disease was first diagnosed 47.6 years ago on Taken 3. Victims of Tacanian syndrome slowly stop producing red blood cells. If left untreated, the disease is always fatal. Alright. What is the treatment for Tacanian syndrome? We will administer a series of injections to the patients over the course of the next 3 weeks. The treatment can be uncomfortable, but if given in time, the recovery rate is 100%. Who developed the treatment for Tacanian syndrome? A team at Starfleet Medical used the Fabrini cure for xenopolycythemia, discovered by Ambassador Spock and Admiral Leonard McCoy in 2268 as the basis for a treatment. Xenopolycythemia and Tacanian syndrome are similar in nature. The Vulcan Science Academy is attempting to determine if the two diseases are linked in some way. Alright, so I've talked to captains, so now I need to talk to Captain Solar. Here he is. Although this facility has sustained some damage, I expect that my crew will be able to restore this wing to functionality in 52.3 minutes. Your decisive action has potentially saved the lives of many patients today, Lieutenant Commander. While the hospital may be saved, I'm still concerned about what the Gorn might have stolen. I cannot speak to the larger issue of the Gorn and Klingon attacks. Logic suggests that if the Gorn left any clues behind, my crew will find them while they are making repairs. Do not hesitate to speak with them for further information. Your assistance has been appreciated, but the situation is now stable. You may depart at your leisure. Thank you, Captain Solar. Not right now, because I see a blue item. That's always good to sell to a vendor later, or pick up for use with, of course, your bridge crew if you don't have things crafted. Alright, and I see some crafting mats, so I'm going to go ahead and scan those. Match it up. There we go. Alright, so now we can depart system. Click, dang you! Alright, depart. We have completed all objectives. Okay. I like the dematerialization of the Temporal Agent. Alrighty-roo. There we go, and now...
Good work. I'm looking forward to reviewing your report. On first glance, it's clear that the Klingons are doing something with genetic modification. Since they don't have their own equipment, they're stealing ours. This is a bad road, and I suspect there's worse news to come.
Alright, so we have our career-specific Mark IV kit reward, our armor, and dilithium ore. Okay, so we have tactical kit Mark IV with shield and a ambush module. Okay, and both of these are account bind on equip, so I could easily sell them if I do not need them. And since what I am using is actually a purple, I'm going to go ahead and keep what I'm using, and I'm good with the mods that I have, the modules that I have, so I'm going to leave those. I can sell these on the exchange or I can sell them to a vendor. Okay, and that is it for Task Force Hippocrates, and I will see you next time for Skirmish.